Hello. Guess who's feeling a little better? Your old friend Sara. This is Sara Oehler from softluxcompany.com. I had a little bit of a cold last week. I'm still like maybe 80%. I'm doing full days of work and homeschool, but and all the activities, soccer and Girl Scouts, dance, all of those things. But I'm definitely a little extra exhausted at the end of the day. So I'm hanging in there. Today we are going to open up our Foxy Lady design kit. This is full of beads and wire and all sorts of jewelry making supplies. We're going to open it up, see what's inside, and then make something with it. Before I do that, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Great Bead Trade, which happened last Friday. I made this really beautiful interchangeable piece, which I just am in love with. You can interchange the parts. They're just little jump rings hanging off this hook from my friend over at Green Girl Studio. And you can interchange it with other parts. So these are parts you can buy at softluxcompany.com. This cute little eye bead comes in like a set of 6 or 8. And this beautiful leaf. This will come in a mystery color, but most of the colors go really well with any of our fall colors that were in the Great Bead Trade kit. And I can interchange in this cute little unicorn from Green Girl Studios, this beautiful glitter mermaid from our friends over Allegory Gallery. I don't know if you've seen, but Andrew and William, who own Allegory Gallery, both have COVID. They've posted publicly about it on their Facebook pages, and they've had to shut down their store for the week in Pennsylvania. So any little purchase you can make from them this week online would just be incredibly helpful for them. So that's allegorygallery.com. You can pick up that glitter mermaid, maybe pick up a few of the wooden pendants or the kits that they do. They have a lot of stuff. It may take a little while for it to ship till they get back up and running, but they will ship it to you eventually. And we're all small businesses just trying to get by. So any little bit of help we can give, we definitely want to do that. I made this separately, not at the Great Bead Trade, but I made it in a reel separately, and it used some of the parts, though, that were in the kit. This is a polymer clay bead from Christy Friesen, and then I used some silver soap tubing, and then some tiara cast clasp and some soft lux craft wire to hold it all in place. I think it turned out incredible. So good news, the Great Bead Trade is going to be back on Friday. There are about 4 to 6 of us that are going to get together. We're going to do it through SoftLux. I'm going to host, and we're going to show the designs we made, and then we're going to play around with some of the beads that are left. So, for example, I have a ton of stuff left. And then we're going to use Abby's Bead Place bead mix that didn't make it into the kit. I grabbed mine, and then I sent a few out last week as well, so that those would get around. And I'm going to use that on Friday for sure, because I didn't get to open and use it yet. So it's going to be super fun. I hope you guys will join us. You can find it here on the SoftLux Company page. You'll also be able, Facebook page, if you're watching on YouTube. You'll also be able to watch it on our YouTube channel, and then you'll be able to watch it on the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook page too. So it'll be all over the place, and that way we can see what everyone made, because everyone's been super slow to post pictures of their finished designs this time. So I'm excited to see what came of it. I know, like, William got sick, and just generally fall is kind of a tricky time, right? We've got kids going back to school. We've got new things starting up. It makes it kind of tricky. So I'm going to open this here in a second, but I just wanted to quickly remind you that Customer Appreciation Week is coming up. And look at that. We have got 11 friends that are going to be joining us that week, the week of September 12th through the 16th. We will have 3 live shows a day for 5 days in a row. That is 15 plus hours of new content. And all of the kits for the designs we'll be making are available through each presenter. And so you can find the schedule on our softflexcompany.com website on the Customer Appreciation Week page. And then you can actually see all of the designs there too from each of our wonderful presenters. Some of these kits have sold out. Some have sold out and then been restocked. So if you were looking for a kit and it was sold out and you were feeling sad about it, maybe check back, because I saw a few people restock just recently, and it may be your opportunity to nab that kit. So we're going to have new products. We're going to have a giveaway every single hour of every show that week. So we'll have 3 giveaways a day for 5 days in a row. These are some of the best designers in the industry teaching for free. So please support them by purchasing their kits on their variety of websites and platforms. It is going to be an amazing week. I can't wait. I think I'm going to learn so much that week. And it's just going to be a whole lot of fun because I get to see, of course, all of my beading buddies all in one place. Our kit did just sell out, so there will be no more kits from Softflex. However, you can get our latest kit that is I'm going to show you today. All right. So let me get to it. Let's see what you guys are saying over here. Yes. Oh, good. Lydia says she's so excited for Jill Wiseman. I love her too. Robin says she's going to be using her Customer Appreciation Week cup from last time. I'm all ready. I'm going to get mine out too. Robin, we'll have to do a cheers with our coffee mugs. Yes, Debbie, their bead store closed for just the week while they are not feeling well. Allegory Gallery. You can purchase from their website though, and they will ship later. So go to allegorygallery.com. They have lots of great pendants. They carry Softflex beading wire amongst other things, and they're just a wonderful store. Yeah, I just was recapping and now we're going to get going. Oh, Marisol, thank you for saying you love my bracelet. I love that one too. Okay, here we go. We are going to open up and get going. I had to recap. So much has been going on. Did you guys enjoy the great bead trade? That's right. Yes, Marisol is correct. Let me post that for everybody. Yes, they're doing fine. They're having not, great symptoms, but not horrible symptoms. But we do want to support them as a beading community while they're down and out. Get those online orders in, and then they can ship them when they get back. Oh, Rosalinda watched the Great Bead Trade. You can still catch all of the Great Bead Trade on replay on the Great Bead Extravaganza's Facebook page. And then, like I said, we'll be back on Friday with a few of the presenters and Kristen. And we'll have a live beading party, live beading after party for the Great Bead Trade, and see what everybody made, and then make some new things as well. Okay, so here is our kit. This just launched today separately. This is the Foxy Lady Trio. So I think this is garnet. It has garnet, red jasper, and bone. Some beautiful fall tones for getting you into that fall season. You'll also notice a lot of this works really well with the Peace and Love kit. You can take that Peace and Love kit and really brighten this up. If you want to add a little bit of brightness to it, that could be a really fun thing to play with. Oh, good to know. Yeah. Marianne says that Allegory Gallery does have a shipping person. So it's just they have fewer hands doing things. So like if you order a kit, I think Andrew usually packs those. So he might get a little behind on some things, is I guess where I was going with it. Oh, those 3 wires would make a really pretty braid. Yeah. Especially this time of year. I love this. I love all of these colors at this time of year. So if you're not familiar with Softflex beading wire, it is a stainless steel beading wire. It has 49 strands of stainless steel braided together in a proprietary braid and then coated in a color nylon coating. So all of these wires are very flexible. You can actually tie a knot in them. You can braid them. You can kumihimo with them or knit them or crochet them. They're very, very flexible and but very, very strong because they're steel. So, and we've got them in lots of colors, and we like to package them in these little trios. Oh, good. I love that. Brenda says she loves the colors of this month's kit. So in the kit, you got a 10-foot spool of the red jasper color. So just this spool alone is over $8 normally. So these kits, I think, cost $33.95. So this little piece here is $8 without even getting into all the other mix. These are sold separately, these 2 bead strands. I'm going to leave them out because we still have them for sale on the website if you want to nab one today or later this week if you watch this on replay. These are still out there. They're really pretty and they're going to match everything that we're looking at in our kit. Okay, so where do I start? I think I'm going to start with the bead strands. Look at this sparkly one. It just reminds me of like crisp fallen autumn leaves. Very pretty. Kind of a bone colored little fire polish. Oh, I love hearing how much you guys like the kit. Thank you, everybody. We love hearing that. Look at these sweet little rondelles. Would you call those rondelles? They're probably more like a disc, right? It's kind of a nice mix. This reminds me of those great Bead Trade colors that we pulled from fall. It has the red and the pink mixed in together. We did that unknowingly. That just happens sometimes. And then look at this great strand. It's like a bone and a black mixture. Almost looks like a wood, like a woodland sort of look, like you're looking through some aspen trees or something. Marianne says she nabbed the red strand. Well, this one might be something you want to take a look at too. I don't think I ever really got to show these very well because they came in late on this one. And that's probably why there's still a few sitting around. Usually they're gone by the time I reveal the kit, but these ones are stunning. And the bead strands are separate. They don't come in the kit, but they're just like a nice way to get some bigger beads. We can't always fit all the big beads into the kit and keep the kit affordable. So it's just a way to kind of add to what you're already getting in your kit, if that makes sense. Something we do every month if you're not familiar with our kitting process. Hi, Becky. I love that red strand too. Oh, and look at Rosanna said she got both. She was on top of it, and she's planning on using a bracelet, making a bracelet. I took a picture of this mix earlier, and you guys are going to be blown away if you haven't already looked at it or seen it. I mean, you probably saw it when Kay accidentally showed it to everyone, right? Do you guys remember that? I had Kay Goss on, and she was supposed to have the Peace and Love design kit. And oh, and by the way, to correct myself, I did ask for the right one, and the person that works in the office did invoice the right one, and somewhere in the warehouse the wrong one got put into Kay. So we did end up sending or scheduling out a day next month when Kay is going to come back, and she's going to design with both Peace and Love, which we also sent her, and Foxy Lady, and we're going to hang out together for both of those. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's like one of the last Fridays in September was when we could do it, because Customer Appreciation Week is sort of taking up a lot of September. So here we've got the mix from Jesse James Beads. They create a custom mix for our kit every month. This is the latest one. You can only buy this through softluxcompany.com. We always overmake them, so you can get it in the Foxy Lady design kit if you want to get the full kit and get all of the parts and pieces. You can also get it separately. So if you already got the kit and you want another mix, this is your opportunity to grab another mix. This has the cutest little boxes in it. Aren't those adorable? So cute. You can get an extra of the custom mix from Softlex Company if you want to get one from us. We always overmake, so there's always a few extra just in case. Look at these huge crystals. And it's really nice that Jesse James Beads does that for us, because the theme is, our, I don't know, I want to say like our proprietary thought. We spend a lot of time, Kristen and I, thinking of these themes and choosing the colors and all the right beads for them. So I'm really glad that Jesse James Beads is on board to make this custom mix for us and keep it for just us, because we spent a lot of time just thinking of it to begin with, if that makes sense. Okay, so we've got a little hole here. You can see it slides all the way through the center of that really fun bead. How perfect is this bead for Foxy Lady? It's awesome. Oh, Debbie, that's a good question. I don't know if there's going to be another code for the Great Bead Trade on Friday, but I do know that I have 3 extra Bead Place bead mixes that I plan to give out live during the show, but you have to be there live to win. So make sure you join us. What about this fuzzy ball? Are we talking sweater weather already? This reads sweater weather to me. So many cute pieces in here. I'm just really I can't believe we got these huge crystals in there. Like a couple sets of them, which is awesome. It's a mixture of colors. You've got the silver foxes, but then you've got the gold leaves. You can kind of color mix. Look at these ones, that deep red. Love it. So lots of good stuff in there. And then we still have our findings kit to look at too. We've got gold-filled crimp tubes. These are our most expensive crimp tubes in a 2x2 millimeter size. They are truly gold-filled. They're not gold-plated, and they are typically about twice as thick as most crimp tubes on the market, and that makes them very sturdy, very strong, but also expensive. So it's nice when we can get those in the kit. That's a good thing, because it does cost a little more to get them in there. We got that. And then we have a little finding set here. We try to put everything in that you're going to need to make several designs. So we try to think of earrings. We try to think of a bracelet or a necklace, usually at least one clasp, couple sets of ear wires. If you're going to make more, which you probably are with the amount of beads and wire you have here, probably want to grab like a couple extra lobster clasps at least, maybe some beautiful tiara cast clasps on the website, and then the ear wires, of course. We have a really fun deal going on our website this week. It just started today. When you spend over $59, you get $10 back in credit, store credit, and you can spend it on your next order. And that order has to be placed by the end of September, so you can use it for your next kit if you want to. So it's a really nice way to get basically $10, you know. Look at those little leaves. These pieces are from Vintage. So they are a brass component. I love this little fox face. And then we have some little fall leaves. If you want to do like a pair of earrings or hang it from a bracelet, I imagine there's quite a few different cute things we could play around with on those. And that's it. That's the kit. So this kit is available still on our website, which is softluxcompany.com. We also have some Peace and Loves left, which is super unusual. But there are some there. If you want to check out that kit as well, please do so. And we have a lot of content for that kit. So if you're looking for some things to make, Peace and Love is definitely out there with lots of stuff. Oh, let's see. Brenda says, such a cute charm. Lisa says Kay was going to use those fuzzy balls. Well, she might still. She's going to be back at the end of September, like September 23rd-ish, I think. And it'll be a lot of fun. Marisol says, those tubes are like gold. Wait, they are gold. Yeah, they are really gold filled. Yes, truly. Oh, thank you. I am feeling a lot better. Yeah, my husband's still not doing great. I think he has a sinus infection brewing. So he's still working on it, but I'm doing a lot better. Thank you, everybody. Okay, let's tear this apart and let's make something. Okay, so at least one design I like to make just with components from the kit. So I'm going to focus on that, I think. I'm kind of digging these Foxy Lady beads here. And I'm wondering if I should just start with just like a simple pair of earrings. Might be kind of fun.
I didn't get that.
Oh,
could you?
Okay, there's my iWatch. Although I am really fascinated by these things. Do I go full like 1960s? My husband and I have been watching this really interesting show. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it's called, what is it called? 1971, the year music changed the world. Is that the name of it, Thomas? You might have to Google search it for me. It's something like that. Oh, Brenda said she thought she was getting a sinus infection. It turned out to be COVID. You know, we've had 3 people in our family tested for COVID, and all of them were negative last week. But my husband did go for a COVID test today just to be sure, because he was supposed to go into the office later this week, and he wanted to be certain before he interacts with anyone. But we're really pretty good about being careful on those things. There's so many pretty beads. I might have to make a necklace or a bracelet. Ooh, imagine the bracelet that all these lovely crystals would make. I mean, who doesn't want a bracelet made with a bunch of lovely crystals, right? I wonder what it would be like if I did a 3-strand. Let me see. I got something brewing in my head. Let's see if it works out or not. I'm doing a healthy amount of wire because I don't know what I'm doing yet. So this is probably a foot in each length. And I'm just going to get out a bead stopper and then kind of try my plan. Like, will it work? Will it not work? Do I need to pivot? Who knows? We'll see. Go big or go home, Thomas says. Totally. Yeah, it's kind of hard to not do those crystals, right? I'm totally with you, Zach. Zakaya, right? Yeah, totally with you. How do you not do when you've got beautiful crystals like that? Okay, so this is the end. So I'm just going to do like kind of a loose braid. And what I'm thinking is maybe stringing, seeing what happens if I string my bead and then bring it around and do like that. And then pick another bead. What bead do I want now? Maybe like this one's pretty. Let's test it and then we can formulate if we like the pattern of the beads or not, right? It's looking pretty. Okay. And next, I think I'm going to do one of these gorgeous rectangle crystals. So one thing that will make this way easier, and I have one here actually, I should just snap it. Let me see if I can do that. A macrame board. We have these for sale on our website, typically. Oh, it's underneath everything. Okay. Let's see if we can make my life easier instead of work smarter instead of harder. Who likes to work smarter instead of harder? Any of you? It's usually my goal, but I don't always. I'm taking this and I'm clicking it onto the wire behind the board so that it holds it. So I've got it holding my braid, but then I've also got it holding those wires back there. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so now I can braid again and see how. I want to make sure, one thing I don't want this to unravel on me. I think it's this one, right? If I want to stay on the same pattern. So I string my bead on this middle wire. Right. I don't want that to pop out of there. I wonder if there's a way to kind of keep it in between those wires. Let's see what happens when I go to my next one, if it ends up popping around it or not. Oh, Cindy, I have a Naughty Do-It-All too, and I love that thing. It's just too big for me to have down here where I'm at right now. Oh no, Marisol thought she had COVID, but it was pneumonia. Those can go hand in hand too. Now my husband's had double pneumonia. That was awful. Think smarter. Yeah, work smarter. I love that. Okay, here we go. What's our next bead? This also will measure, so you can get your 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. You can kind of see where you're going. So I'm probably going to go down to at least 6 or 6.5 inches. So I know I'm just about in the middle right now. So whatever I put here is going to be kind of my middle bead. I'm wondering, oh boy, do I want to do an I'm going to do one of these like round, kind of like this bead. Let me see. How that ends up looking. I know I'm in the middle. Maybe if I move this way, I'll feel like I can fit everything. All right, and then I'm back to another one of those long crystals. If you make this big enough, you can make it just a bangle that just fits right over your hand. You don't even need a clasp. I think I might use my clasp, but I haven't quite decided yet what I'm doing. So now I'm going to repeat with this. The nice thing about the bead mixes is you always have things in pairs. So if you're making something to a center point, like I am, you should be able to easily replicate the other side without too much trouble. How is that looking, everybody? What do you think? Oh my goodness, Marisol. Yuck. Yes, it can be very serious. It can be very scary. That's why when you're sick, you really have to take good care of yourself. We're so glad you were able to get here, Cecilia. Thank you for joining us. Oh, good. Brenda's liking it. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Maria's liking it too. That's a good sign. You guys have good taste. Okay, so let's go here. So the on Friday we will be getting together at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. If you want to come hang out with the Great Bead Trade, you'll be able to find us, many of us all together. Okay, so I'm looking at roughly 6 inches, which I know isn't going to be quite long enough. But what's nice is I can braid my wire just a little length here, or I could add a bead if I wanted to. I think I'm just going to braid just a tiny bit, get a little bit of length going. And then I'm going to get a bead stopper. In fact, I can just take this one, back end, a bead stopper, and stopper this side. Get all those little wires in there so it's holding them in place. And then I can just remove that macrame board. It's nice to have a macrame board because you can take the soft flex and pull it into the notches, and you can leave it for later. Or if you have like cats or children like I do, you don't have to worry about it becoming an issue. Yeah, so I think I'm going to braid the other side so it's about the same length. Looks like I went the opposite way on this side. Go. Doesn't need to be perfect, but similar. I'm going to take all 3 of those wires and I'm going to string one of my gold-filled crimp tubes. right up next to that braid. And I'm just going to do one more test to make sure. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's ravioli time, friends. Look, you got a brown strand this time, a brown strand of twine to make your tassel out of now that we've all discovered how to make tassels. I'm going to crimp all three together with the magical crimpers. So I settle that 2x2 millimeter crimp tube inside the little divot, and then I make it into what looks like a little 4-corner ravioli. Ravioli time. And then I switch it on its side and compress and round it out. And that makes it into a little round bead. Now I'm going to take 2 of these strands and just trim them off right at that crimp tube. And I'm going to take one more crimp tube to attach my lobster claw. Like I said, if you wanted to make it a continuous bangle, you totally could. What I would do is, you would want to keep beading the whole way around. And then I would crimp just like I did all 3 strands on each side. And then I would take one strand on this side and one strand on this side and put it through one crimp tube in the middle. So you'd have one spot that had 3 crimp tubes. But it would be, and then you make it big enough that it can go around your whole hand. So, it would have a little bit of shape to it because it's wire, especially if you use the bigger beads, it would be a good fit. Here, I'm going to put a clasp on it. Press. And then I am going to make a little loop on the other side to attach. I'm thinking I might want to connect some of these little leaves over here too. Let's see. Grab my crimp tube. First things first. Trying to decide exactly how I want to do it. So I'm going to take all 3 wires first. And do the same thing that I did on the other side. Yep, see how those are pretty even. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure those wires stay attached. Make sure my braid stays in place. And here's where I'm not too sure. I think I might want to make, I don't want this to end up being too big or it'll be kind of annoying. So I might need to cut off 2 and just do some dangles. So I can attach this in a number of ways. I can just string it right on to the loop I'm about to make. I can make a soft flex loop to attach it. So I'm just going to kind of play around with it to decide by testing it out. How does it feel? Does it look right? Does it bother me? Is it good? Is it annoying? How does it feel when it's on there? I feel like I want to save this maybe for an earring. They're so cute. Do you want to add a little fuzzy ball with your leaf? Because there is a lot of weight on this end. You want to have a little less weight or a little bit of weight on this end too. And if this comes to the top of your wrist, you want it to look interesting and fun. So it's always good to have a little something there. I kind of like the ball there. I think I'm going to leave that. I wouldn't mind a little bead dangle too, so I might add one of those. So now the trick here is we want to make sure that this loop is big enough to attach all my parts. So I'm going to attach my bracelet. I want to have my little dangles there and have it feel natural. That's good. So now I want to straighten my wire out as best as I can inside that crimp tube. Grab on just gently with my magical crimpers and kind of pull that crimp toward my first crimp. That makes sense. And then compress. So I can get them as close to side by side as possible. Ravioli, and then stick that ravioli back in there and squash down those four corners and go around and around. Cute. What a fun bracelet. I love showing the red jasper color of wire because it's so pretty. And it's one of those colors that I feel like people haven't appreciated as much as I would like them to. So it's not a color that you see as often, as like maybe a turquoise or one of the other colors that are more popular in our lineup. But it's a really beautiful, fun color all the same. And there we go. We've got this cute little bracelet. I will take pictures of that and post it into our Instagram and then obviously into our Softflex VIB group. So the way these kits work is if you have a kit, you are now invited to go to our Softflex, very important VIB studio group on Facebook and post pictures of all of the designs that you make with the kit. Every design is an entry to win our next kit. So it's a really fun way for not only for you to participate, but for you to see what everyone else ends up making with all of the same parts and pieces from the kit. You have until roughly the last Wednesday of the following month, the Monday before the last, or excuse me, you have until the last Monday. So it's the Monday before the last Wednesday. Could I say it in a more confusing fashion? Because on the last Wednesday, I will reveal our next kit, which, you guys, is our Halloween kit. This is one of our most popular kits every year, this and our Christmas kit. It just really gets you in the mood for Halloween. It has lots of fun surprises in it. It is called the Spider Queen Design Kit. I don't know if you caught it last year, but Kristen dresses up as the Spider Queen every year. And so we decided to do an ode to Kristen's Spider Queen kit. I don't know how Kristen got so in all of these kits. She was the Peace and Love kit. She has definitely had a heavy hand in this Foxy Lady kit. And now we're moving on to Spider Queen. So I don't know when does Sara come back into this thing, but it's been fun. She had some really fun kit theme ideas for this year, and this is going to be a really fun one. You can pick it up on our website now. It has one compatible strand. You can pick up this guy too. Although a lot of times the things that we're working with sort of meld into the next month. So I'm sure these will end up working well with this kit in some way, shape, or form as well. And I kind of try to do that when I buy the bead strands each month to sort of intermix so that if they carry over to the next month too. And I think both of these would look great with some of the items in this kit too. So we've got all of that available on our website. We also launched today our trick or treat jewelry making party supply kit. So we started this last year with our friends at Jesse James Beads. It's a 2-day event with 4 designers. You buy the supply kit from us. You buy the beading kit from Jesse James Beads, and then you show up and you get designs from four people. This year for Trick or Treat on Friday, it's a Friday and a Saturday this year, the 7th and the 8th of October. On Friday night, you will get me and I believe Brittany Chavers. And on Saturday, it's going to be Danielle Wicks, which I'm really excited about. And Gem Hawks will be doing a little bit of craft wire with our trick or treat jewelry making party kit. So you can also get this now on our website, launched today. This is a very limited quantity. So you want to grab those more quickly than anything else because they will go fairly quickly, I assume. So you can grab that now at softflexcompany.com and then go over to Jesse James Beads to get the beads to go with it. I'm going to work on some earrings, but I think I'm going to do that on an Instagram reel so that I can share with our friends over on Instagram what is in the kit this month too. I'm so glad I got to spend some time with you guys today. My voice is starting to get a little raspy again. So I might need to rest a little bit and keep trying to get better. But it's so nice to see all of you. We have some really great things coming up. Great Bead Trade after party on Friday. Customer Appreciation Week is coming up. So make sure you have that week on your calendar. We're going to have Kay back later this month with the Peace and Love and the Foxy Lady kit. So that'll be a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing what all of you guys make with Foxy Lady. If you missed this kit, there's still some on our website. So go grab one, join in the fun. It's a great time in the fall to start crafting and making things again and just, using the different part of your brain you haven't been using over the summer as you've been outside having fun in the sun. We puffy heart you too, Marisol. Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure to spend some more time with you. And then the trick or treat jewelry making party will be right at the beginning of October to kind of kick off Halloween month. So it'll be the 7th and 8th of October. 4 fantastic designers, if I do say so myself, because I'm one of them. But I feel incredibly privileged to be in the company of Brittany Chavers, Danielle Wicks, and of course, Gem Hawks over in the UK. So it's going to be a really fun party. Make sure you grab your kit from both us and Jesse James Beads as soon as possible so you have it on hand and ready to go. Also, I don't know if you saw, but we are a part of Winter Workshop with Jesse James Beads, which will be in November. And I think that kit is already starting to be pre-sold, so you can grab that now too. So much going on, but I hope you guys are enjoying all the events that we put together. We're trying to really create an online community that is inclusive, that everybody can be a part of, no matter where you live, no matter who you are. If you are creative and you're kind, you're one of us, and we want to be with you as much as possible. So thank you for being a part of our community. We really appreciate it. You can find all the stuff I talked about today, for the most part, at softflexcompany.com. Sending all of you so much love. Please click like and share this video with your family and friends and other creative types so that we can keep building that community of creativity and kindness. Love to all. Bye, everybody.